What is up, 7th grade? Mr. Rui here. This presentation is meant to tell you exactly what your responsibilities are for today, what you need to accomplish, and when you need to turn it in. So let's take a look. As you can see, the agenda for today is pretty straightforward. You're going to be directed to Edpuzzle to watch a very short introductory video about volume. Remember that volume is going to be one of our final units of the year, so definitely make sure you jot down a few quick notes about the formulas because you're going to definitely need to be able to use them, especially when you start building your buildings for the city building project. Secondly, I want you to practice the skills that you learned from that Edpuzzle video in some practice. Thirdly, I'll give you some work time in class to make sure that you finish those assignments, as well as maybe earn some extra credit with some fun Edpuzzle videos that I've shown. So let's take a look at the specifics of what you need to accomplish and make sure you're staying on track for today. Here is a comprehensive list of Edpuzzle videos you're going to find on the website. Once you navigate to Google Classroom, click on the link and you'll see this entire list of videos there. The one that is mandatory and absolutely necessary for you to definitely make sure that you watch is the one titled Math Antics Volume. Make sure you take some short notes here, and the notes realistically could just be you writing down the volume equations that it shows you, but make sure you write them down for one purpose, and you'll see this in the next slide, and that's for the practice. Once you're done with all of that, what you can do if you've got some time, underneath there's a list of optional videos that you can watch for a bit of extra credit for spending your time watching some interesting videos about math. So again, the mandatory video at the top is Math Antics Volume, and underneath there's some optional videos that you can watch for a bit of extra credit. Once you're finished watching the mandatory video on Edpuzzle about volume, make sure you pick up the practice worksheet so that you can utilize your knowledge from that video to do some practice on rectangular prisms as well as cylinders. Make sure you show all of your work for full credit here. This worksheet is due by the end of the period, so definitely make sure that you work productively through this. The one thing that I want to make sure that you know how to do is use those formulas appropriately, because guess what? You're going to need to use those same exact formulas for the buildings that you will be producing. So make sure that you ask questions if you have any. You can work together if you need to, but honestly, most if not all of you should be able to finish this in class. So again, number one, make sure you show your work on this practice, and number two, make sure you turn it in before you leave. So the remainder of the period is for you to have productive work time. So whether that be working on the practice, watching any of the extra videos that you want for extra credit, or working on anything else that you might need to in your other classes, this is what you should spend your time doing. I do not want you working on your projects today in class. I will be giving you substantial amounts of time moving forward in class to work on that. Focus primarily on making sure you get the Edpuzzle pieces done, as well as the practice worksheet done before you leave. So definitely use this time productively and make sure that you get what you need to get done. Thanks, and please make sure you're productive.